Assalamu alaikum badi ngolu ngamo be konton momo yalon ko be jibero la sainten be albe konton na bake kal bismillah programme oto nata kamen sambali en jang menu be jibero la ngal konton bake ala baraka dembo camera la baraka brother Jack, thank you. Habibu Dabo baraka bake na albertul funa be konton flanjango be linko kala be linko pin no ni momo yalon ko ilafta ka join programme moto ibe men kala be nyin linko click la dama ni nyin linko click be imari direct la pour join nang programme onto so imari se join nang programme onto you can join as a guest on the program, so I will have to pin that be linko nyin ba pin na so ni me lafta ka join you say wo click dama ite mari na join programme onto isina la jang so afelenga linko nyinga katabanga pin tana jibe how ma pin na nyam fang how do I pin this? I'm not seeing any mantra option je ka be pin na nyame. So but maybe na saying nga linko nyinga nga comment section on into je already. So ni mel lafta ka join na ise link on yam marek e mari join na be jela janne then be accept la and then you can join the program. So ala baraka bake ngamo be konton badi ngolu nata ka reaction o demandi nek men ni alon ko wala be dending nyin decision wala IEC nyi men kanante alhamdulillah aliye UDP la press conference of na la moyle aliye pabi la moyle ay même fo aning ala entire executive said decision on menta on the issue aning ye statement on men fana yalon ko ye wolle di ka sambala roke inspector general of police kan aning the IEC in general, so ko be nying stage o nyenato sign thing ndagana medium. That is my personal opinion on this entire issue. Wala mo nyinti Mamadou Sabali ka reject yajele Gambia nyine asabu nyanna kam fang nene nyin kabulale momo yalon ko alkafa nyiko alnga Adam Baro mutanga bunya alkafa nyiko na mansalon Adama Baro hani bulokono dafengol men katara siringe walla li fisayatati walla li hakiloni ko sotati katambi Adama Baro la ni ajibe abenna banko samba kan nyamen abenna banko kan samba kan nyamen nyina ka kelo mama dinam banko kan nyina ka sabu banko dingo dol bege e ka sati obula e kata wulo kono ka joram no sika pour ka batare ya nyin ka kele kasa ma si nyi manya men kenante Salif Sadio na la mulu amanke ko mon koy wulta la tilikili yake ya batare ya gele ni atli mola ya atli ngala fasiata ima real we say batare ya bayno nyamen e ka wo optional ta luwa ko muko jibe ko take nyina ka kasa mas Salif Sadio na la mulu, you have seen it. Ifundita itata konoto bulokono ye jora musika, and now they are trying to fight for their freedom. Imakumase kumongo ye wulidronko yakumase. It all started gradually for atata stage the stage me yalonko everything get worse. IEC benyi batare ya menna yalon nga fali ne ko nyin IEC la nyin dinkurungolo ye kodole di nyilula kabring presidential carte fa ye kodole di la bo something koli jo koli aning Aliou Momoro Njie ñun ñon dinkurum men soto Gambia ñun mu dinkurum balati with their age and everything, but ñun nel dinkuru yata Gambia bet bawo ñun lafta ka Gambia le mala ñun lafta ka na banko le mala ka te fayo be ñame how sensitive some of these things are. Ikanyin battery decision sifata manke 24 itako adiate ni ko dole detail wala let la medium word wala betam ni diandla at the detriment of the lives of the Gambian people. B UDP wo dingo membe ni jonto ni ayata nun ko mongo alamang jowo ni jonte kan wolbe ni ambition on sort to fight wo mo bataro mi nyalon kay bo uniform fen kono ali amna no bi mo kala Gambia paring ala tintu bake bar ñi ala tinto ñi atela banna ñi muño ñi fana atela banna ñi muño ñi atela banna nafali ngale ko Casamas Salif Sadio na la molo ni agebe wulo kono ibe wulo kono for almost now 20 something years or 30 something years jorangol be bulo kono ibe la banko kele ko ibe Casamas kele ko pour ye fang soto Casamas taman dati wonyama Casamas fananta data tenne batarea late kan anin tilimbalia fo atata sanji jamang yedu nyakam five state to where they couldn't bear on that segregation and that nonsense anymore. They decided to go into the forest or go to the bush. To fight something, they believe that is what is going to bring freedom in Casamas. Gambia this is not a threat. Those nonsense people call themselves the PIU or the police. This is a threat. Let them take it that way. I'm giving you my best way to analyze the situation, to tell them the possible consequences. The possible consequences of it. The possible consequences of it. And I'm very, very proud that Dabo made it very clear to the journalists today that police la intimidation no purkata ka fo be Dabo la ko dasan san la ko UDP di kana nage Dabo kaita ndila ko monko, we are not going to accept it. Ñene be tentena yagila ñene be tentena nimma wotente ni ñola rek be UDP mbakala pati sabalati because ndol dol wolte kala ye ko take ni ayata nun kon competente na ñi luwa la ka luwano kan watu wati alnga sabari alnga luwano kan no ndol tella banna woto mandolo ne banto tella banna je. I'm not going to continue taking this nonsense from somebody, Mayaloko. He has no respect and no regard for the laws of the Gambia. Yet, we want to keep marrying to the laws of that country. We must have to disregard every single nonsense thing we call the law in that country until sanity is brought back to that country. And I'm so proud today that Dabo begins to realize the aspirations of the Gambian people, because this is not just about UDP. This is about the aspirations of the Gambian people, what the Gambian people want, and the mannerlessness of our president and the entire cabinet that we have and the political party who are ready to bend held on the laws to do everything possible. What they want, what they intend to do in the Gambia is done, whether being along the way or not. This is what we are talking about. This is what we are talking about. So I see personally, and this is my personal take on it. UDP dingo be kyo. UDP dingo be Gambia dinkendo be. Ali be pare. Ali video ligele meni alon koy funtita. What video paramilitary loli yak. Since Jamala Taimo, Aliagele TRC mem manifesta. Most of the murderers were paramilitaries, but they will never land because they can pick them from the paramilitary. They are from one of the lowest families in the Gambia, one of the lowest cultures in the Gambia. Look at what they did to that funding. And if it alora camera tole, yaita ni kontele yake, and nothing will happen to them because of battery and the Bangkok. That nonsense Inspector General of Police must resign. Ni ayata nunko abota Alpha Kendall Bala. He must resign because ndete battery asifake me alon kontem condone. Ngage many alon they are directly under my authority, violating the rights of the very citizen that you swore to protect. Go back and yet still you bear on that shamelessness as the Inspector General of the Police, as the Interior Minister of the Gambia, but they will never resign. You know why? Because despite the age, they are the most useless people men make in the Gambia Bangkoka, and they are one of the problems Gambia men face Gambia prevent to have a better governance in the Gambia. Usman Sonko nyanaka resign the B. Ablaisa nyanaka resign the B, but it resign now because Dajiko tige, Malo tige, Kuluwo tige, so it resign now. Ibenya naka resign ke nyimmo flo benya naka resign but malote ge kuluwote ge wasote ge tonya forte ge. How can somebody as useless as Adam Barrow to be controlling these men, our uniform people, and turn them against the entire our own to turn them against the Gambian people? to turn them against the Gambian people. Sitting guy, the utterances sitting guy Yemenke was an action against the state in 2016. Be sitting guy not alege sitting guy but Amukan Gambia Bankoka. Yet still, Alekafa Nyokomoko, they are not doing something. How would I put this? They are not doing like selective justice in the Gambia. Ye Mamad Sabali, it will claim Mesoto, which I know very well that IEC, that shameless people do not have any authority to reject Mamad Sabali. It is only the court, loyally many alonko, they have the right to reject Mamad Sabali because the commission on the paper was just a white paper. And white paper is not a law in the Gambia. It's challengeable. So IEC la wo manya yemenke al balo na jilto ko ngo ye sande IEC malu waso ko Mamad Sabali reject Gambia la loi le safoko ha Sabali te lolano IEC se munkeno isa Mamad Sabali la ko nyinta ya samba court ya decision no make IEC ne la decision no make on the issue, but that shameless people, one of the most ignorant people, and in the shameless people Aliou Momodou Njie and Ningala deputy. Imagine be yet another uselessness of them. A manifesta Gambia. Adama Barrow has no shame at all. Amam malosodo. Wala asabu. Ninga momoje ka kumbo akafu nyoko banko boko le arine ko bilio ali wolong. Akan oba kamfale back from. So UDP se standale B walanto ananaka kala koteke. Nyin katre fayo, nyin dipite katre fayo, nyin batare anyan nakadam wolto completely, and we have to set an example. Mayalonko is going to be a very clear example. Let them kill 200 people. Let them kill 500 people. But what we must make sure that sanity is brought back to the Gambia. Solo Sande did it. May he so rest in peace. Solo Sande yakele animen yakenyola, and they went to fight for it. When Adam Barrow came, he said he's going to make electoral reforms and a level playing field for everybody. Albalo na kumungo Adam kato nya for Walter. Be muna in Gambia. Be muna in Gambia. Selective justice. The government using our state resources. NPP using our state resources to campaign. Is that what you called level playing field? Is that what you call a level playing field? So UDP di muna ananga pare. Gambia beke walenga pare. Injustice Mamad Sabali is needed in that country. He's needed in that country because Nimbatara di Mulialondoko, Mamad Sabali being in that parliament is going to be a hell for corruption. It's going to be a hell. It's going to be a hell for them. It's going to be a hell for them. Mamad Sabali, Gambia la parliament okono. Parliament do manke kafoko UDP la but NPP la but. Hey, lo akendo na banko ka mobile tap. Good principles, laws, need that banko can come favor. So what I said, they want to help them on everything that they have by even corrupting the IEC. One more fooling, one more many okay, Mama Losoro, Aliou Momodou Njie, and Ning Alamonyo. Hey, we will say everything. Even a public institution or letter. You are working in the Gambia public institution and you don't want to hear things that you do not like. Then take your ass and go and sit home, or you do things that is right. You better go and take your ass to your home, or you do something. It's right. It is constitutional. So melka fa mole ko Aliou Momodou Njie mu ke balati walanto ni oda mu ke balati ni mu ke balati yalonko la ke baya will not allow them to do something right. Yalonko ko mu ke ma jiko so ka do ko ke la ke baya ni kamala. Let them go home and sit down there and then keep worshiping whatever they believe in. And the public institution. You know, when you are working in the public institution, you are going to be under continuous scrutiny on whatever you do. You are going to be scrutinized. You do it good, we praise you. You do it bad, we send the hell of words to you until you realize that you are not on the right path. So UDP dingo bela mu alinga pare 100% alinga pare ni membe funtla lumane yalon ko mo woluni be fala. Solo Sunday yakele. But this is the only way may along Kabesanity come and Mangokan. Sudan, you never care again. For Ninkel Fele, Ibe Fundikan, Ibe, they go through hell. But sanity, Koila Bankokan. All these countries, West are better than Antene. Sudan Aketagele, I waiting. Morocco Aketagele, Egypt Aketagele, Tunisia ketagele ayagesa nyimbangol benyameng. They are really going great. They are really going great because nimba wal nyama ning ali nyi mansa batara sifa so do me alon ko hani wulo ko no dafon le fisa dati nyin sifa la kake especially ning anata mansa punda molta men yalon ko ngamna num fo yalon I will control I will use them as a tool against their own people and they wouldn't realize it. They wouldn't realize it for now until ning quota far later. But we should not wait until things get late. Alinga funding ngana right ni ngakele, alinga funding ngana right ni ngakele, and nothing should stop us from doing that. I wish I were in the Gambia. I swear to God, mantra diam can send na. Yalo nimul bafle ka foloko ibe bantalale wala asabu ke ka diam nende. But ni ayata nunko mo konte be Gambia le. I'm going to lead it. I will lead it. God knows that I'm going to lead this process. I will lead the process. Anything may along about my consequence, I will face it and I will take it as my faith because it wants me to do anything to liberate the Gambia. Even if I'm not going to be alive to witness it, at least my children are going to witness it and the other Gambians are going to witness it. This is how West can move in Gambia. We should not be always selfish. We must be ready to fight something. May along it's not normal. We must be ready. We must be ready now. We must be ready. Sidin Jai ninko nunko bataria mantra Gambia. Adambaro manke bataroti and bataria. Sidin Jai nyonakatra maya dulebi. But no, today he's a superhero in the Gambia because he's helping an idiot. He's helping an idiot to achieve the goals. Sidin Jai is in the Gambia today. See what is happening. Mamad Sabali and Adam Baro. And Mamad Sabali, even near 25 years bonding Mamad Sabala wisdom on Yankono. Ala life nyungon is better than the wisdom Adambaro I must science and wala asabu to kajeko mongo nying battery asifaka na bankoka. It is a collective responsibility for everybody to fight for it. Mamadou Sabali must go to that parliament. Mamadou Sabali must go to that parliament and we must make sure that weke ning amanke alinga make sure ko busumbalan consequence katioka na fage. Busumbala consequence katioka na fage mokana mo represent je. Mamadou Sabali must go to that parliament. He must go to that parliament. He must go to that parliament. Let's think of it. He must go to the parliament because we need competence. And that is why I'm so proud sometimes. Gambian old debate, the unification of Mohamed Sabala reaction, it is far over the party line. FPRC, GDC, even MPP, some conscious ones are against this decision because these are the people that understand how the country is governed. So we have to fight together. UDP enough is enough. We have to stand now. We face whatever is there for us. Bataria kita nyinkatre fay bamen kitambela nante. Wosi wo bataria sifa be kala Gambia da Malto ye kato from alaw ay konti. Nyimmen kita nante nyinkatre fay bañi presidential katre fay. Wo bataria sifa be kala Gambia da Mal fonto ye kato from bula ay konti. Ye kato from bula ay konti. Barikalo wolto ko Aliou Mamadou Njie ningala deputy and everybody in the IEC bataria da ma immorality. Yana sabu mumu fati ko ni ala medema albejani da albitala jahannama. Albejani da albitala jahannama. Momo yalon kay bataso nying processol be kono abe man sum fenna fo aliye kuyamen dundi na mol kono albe fala albitala jahannama ni ala mal dema anena ka tubi ba ale gambianol bolosay. For me, last brief about among these IEC employees, I will never forgive a single soul there. Never gonna, forgive a single soul. Never gonna support a single soul. So you didn't call pray. This is the time. They will not be able to kill all of you. It can be fala no, ni ben fala. Ni more will kill him fa. Along more willing none better like we're gonna contempt them. Alalonko alinga lonko sojar kendol ben ko male para kende kendol ben ko male hey yagele memur la nako mokan na momo haklo se de ban nanka mom foy yagele ni mol push e ka mom for like is it the second law of motion ni e fengo push ya ni ya push fa danta akamurikan na yeking hanning ayata nuka manyu soto akamurikan na yeking. We should be ready to do that. We have a president who do not have any consents. He do not have any advisor. Many along they have consents. Why do we believe that these people are going to learn the lesson? Immorality, I always preach this here. Immorality is just like a ladder. Hanamadungo ka nying bataria dati nyamen ala bataria ka sele santa wala nyama bataria mo gino duma umang possible wo nyama bataria gina niya bataria dati akadia nyama ka sele wala nyama. But before we understand, he's going to be an idiot. Me alonko, he's going to consume the entire nation. And it's going to be so late that Gambians, unfortunately, we have so many selfish people. They are going to condone everything and do everything for him. Let us learn from Jammeh's 22 years of dictatorship. Jammeh was never like this before. When Jammeh came in the first 5 years, he was never like this. He was a professional. He was never like that. So let's do this, Gambia. Let's do this. Hanning ayata nunka be jarla ngele ko baroka na sudo sino ala masakunda kana fengo fendo kuno, for they cannot do anything hanning aliyabula in peace. Hanning abejarla nyawala. Let's do it. Let's be ready to do it. Let's be ready to liberate the smiling coast. Let's be ready to liberate our country again. Let us be ready to liberate our country. Let us be ready. We don't have the government. We are now going to the 5 years. From today to the next 5 years, before you say 5 years time, imagine how Gambia is going to be. Imagine how life in the Gambia is going to be. If this idiot is given all these parliamentarians as they wanted, imagine what kind of laws are we going to have in that country. We are not going to have term limits. And this is the entire plan. We are not going to have a term limit. Barrow is not going to, those candidates will never support a term limit for Adam Barrow. Because Barrow hadu metale. Aliyagela, he is somebody may along, you know, among fake soto, amalla alala. Wole asabung akakumol men fonye, anaka membare te kliala no, jiko tije, Barrow man jiko soto. So nyindi pidelu ke lafta nyim batare amena ka dipidelu kamana kasunya roke na dipidelu soda ka lafta nga momena tam limit na Gambia. The expenditure, the flamboyant expenditure, the useless expenditure government is doing will be increased like maybe by 70%. Because all what these people are interested at as a government is how they're going to enrich themselves, build better houses, and even going to the extent of buying houses in foreign lands, in foreign countries. In foreign countries. So alinga parenga wuli nimma ke saying be la wurkan nan kon nanata malala Gambia nanata malala, all these experts in the mention of Gambia munna fala bala nobody want to talk because you are an educationist. You don't want to talk because ite mukarani walati but you can na ko ike dey menkam bokili mo kan e consume wala asa ningita muka do kul soto sa mul don le soto hanni ayata ko we are nganda karonke university mendo outside. We emerge as one of the best students in those countries. May ya lonko wole 20 position da kabri de first position da abinabe technology but la kebi da kebi do ko wala ko. You know why? Because ila banko luka system wole bije system mo me ya lonko ya fight le kon ka fali nyame ko nga keloke yo wole ke system mo lo da science system mo nana da dia ko yeka do ko kala bayte be ya lonko yeka the best student at foreign university ni mo banko de wuti ibe kala the very top person in the world ibita la Gambia hani majuko kala mo fon ko e buka de dano because system mo de system mo me allow. Wala sabu wotu momi yalan ko ye day iko ete diamula because ite ba karani wala diko ete diamula because ite mu doku lati me yalan ko mo lafka diam political la wo system mo nyine be consume kam and it's going to consume us until it be, you know, fotan fola lumena fotan be fela lumena ni ayata nun ko man na jigo fale fajan ni fotan ka fe ndolte malala. So it is either now or never. Balo wakandri mbake mbaka cha dande jane but sama minala because ni manka cha danjang asake no sama ila Interpol sol binala jane ni be mala nyolal baringa memfo momo yalon ko yahakilo sot alalong anung this one hanma wo regret fam Gambia dingolu alinga funti banta alinga make sure ko baroka na sudo sino akana tilo sino akana sudo sino until ay batare yabula ay dikanda yabula ale momor njay nak wona la modu membe kala wala manjara nga wo diamu jamfang bawo Gambia dingu be yalon de say mo be nyame busum balan constituency nit ñi batarol mela ñi decision ñu falé ali nga make sure carte so kana lo di busum bar anu hanni para wili kemela kamana jam ngalon ne, you know, ngalon ne ko mbo menkela because ni mo yalon ko bitala alon ko paralyser ko huke na bakela bi aliagile menke fondinkela bi aliagile menke ñu fondinkela so ni mo bitala gi alon ko paralu ni yemude be menkelela then ye prepare wo kamala imagine ko e mari fana se fak batu ngani video ke jam aliye mo bataro la manya jibe Gambia banko ka nyim paral men yalon ko ila entire salary kana be doku sango be kono amaka tambi dala si wili fulo fongola but e bo jutuna mo yakono nyawnyere ni nyama ito lel batari ata Gambia la security service be ra ni police. Look at this, let me play this for you.
Du kan al sanda ba dol felendi ba dam fukande nañu al nyaabe imbe yi sole me yalon ko wala be keke njam a baraka ba nyaato demanding nalbe nyomola al sitenden ka kan jibe o
yenye batara yen kamen fo nyile muna parati ndola security officers all parallel ni manya kenya na dem paral men yalon ko ila jo 2700 yagele ni be dankat woni ngala Gambia ibe dankat di woni ngala Gambia wala mu nyim para sifal de men yalon ko kany manya ke ani nyim police sifal men yalon ko kany manya ke instead of idol fon lié mbadi karambali antem fenti karambali entol yagele ko na security force kany mol mi sifal men sambaje nyilal kambatande yagele instead of nyim parali luwa kanta ya dulia kata ko ntol nga parliamentarian soro parliament okono menu be nyin salary nyin pay scale sifal ani nyin loi sifal ke bondi ka je ko mongo masakunda mobe at least minimum wage nyin ye wosoto bara jibe de wo presso be kekan itulbe ko ya kafuke fangol ma indirectly bari makalamta ninyi bante natalo wurla mo ye banta jam instead of itole system o makoy pour nga better system o soto loi bungo menya naka better system o da deputy at the house of the parliament pour nga mo kendol soto woto nga justice ni tamba nga je ko nga futa instead of itole wo process o nyimuta ya wo support they are here deterring that support sabotaging that support out of ignorance 2700 2300 nyimmo batarol ka jobola nyim paral men be nyim mandala nante. But look at what they are doing. Look at what they are doing. Look at what they are doing. And even if those paramilitaries identify individually who they are, imantaka kukela, because they have been sent by the authorities, being the IGP or the interior, minister. You'll make a directional bandange wala sabu yagele saying ngani understand eka mo bataralo le tombo paral kono many yalon ke bidani duty sifa mutaka exercise eka nyi batara sifa ke pick jerry pick na ye sabana many yalon ko wali ye fawol fongol budes wo kono le eka wo sifa le tombo breda nyi batara yake. So ala baraka bake momo jibe roke janga mo be konton alsal hako bendinga nakumolu kandida bi njuso ba kandere mbake wala nakumolu kandende bake wala nakumolu kandende bake bari alsal fana hako fana bendinga ning ayata nonko nakuma kangolu ya mo fana barandi wala ya mo demi bawo platform wala mandia mo jamal ka platform mo jibe to mando imari baloka kandile kuka foma kumal ka foma ikana mane no wal mo kake nganiolti wal mo kake nganiolti balola kandida niyo kuyata yelo borta banko kanule ya wala sabu ni be programme la tumando yemo dolje menu ka foy ko atol dankato la be siri banta al kafal be nyindiam si fa samra na banta bala fa ka wara bake moli be fango fa la gambia jumal be gambia kan la menta mitantala jumal be gambia kan la menta mitantol ande niaje mammeno even gambia teaching fi lokono. I'm a professional teacher and that gambia college DC but niaje mammeno je you know why. One of the natija keba wala ye won akonye ko ite ni mambo system ko ne besoro na fo sheda mo mai tu. Yes, because kombe school me yalon ko na caretaker mu kanila dingolati na principal mu kanila dingolati but iko kumol for many yalon ko mu ketanu and I stand and challenge them to the point that I say what many yalon ko ni ya jame moy I 100% sure that he's going to kill me. This is when I was in the Gambia as a teacher. In the government school for that matter. Alkafo mole kalman banko kan. Alma alay na banko de makila honmot. Alma alay na kebalu. Alay so wisdom wala all the times I see mayande. Nyimbata men bebe ke kam mbabe kalam talale. Nyimbata men bebe ke kam beba kalam talale. Bari daha nyim men fanan kana na UDP alfalo. Alma alay see mayande for your witness. That is the only point. Whenever I think about it, mukandeno. And you know, asabu sometimes nkata fonka kamfanga to the point that ning ayata nunko gal mang molbula lafta kamenke because yagele hadamading aning nyale mo iba marila approach la nyame. Usman Singh, Senegal opposition Usman Sonko I mem for Macky Sall wolo ni lafta kairo la mbadile la ntol balo be mo kairo but ni lafta masibo la ngam masibo dila. Why not Gambia? Why not Gambia oppositions? We come together because this is a gross violations to our rights, and it affected all the oppositions in the Gambia. Why not we come together and show to the government that if we want peace, We were once called the smiling coast of Africa. But ni left the reverse la. We will give it to you 10 times more than you deserve. Why not Gambia? Why not Gambia? Why not Gambia? Muna asabu ntoto Gambia. Why? Allah baraka bake.